Breast cancer in tigers. Did that get your attention? It captured that of Christy Winston's 3 years ago. Now, her affinity for big cats has become a powerful source of comfort and distraction, turning stripes into strength. A quick look around Christy Winston's desk.
That's Butch and Chaz.
And you forget where you are.
And there's the sisters.
After all, that's kind of the point.
I'm helping them focus on something a little bit more positive than why they're here.
Christy works at SSM Health St. Clair Hospital in Fenton. Many of the women she greets every day have received a breast cancer diagnosis or are waiting to find out more. It's a feeling she's familiar with.
About 10 years ago, I had a scare with breast cancer. And I had no idea what a mammogram was. I didn't know what to expect. And so with my first mammogram, when I got that call, hey, we'd like to have some more imaging, it really, really scared me.
Christy says she's fortunate. It was just a scare.
Oh my goodness, that was a big yawn.
Years later, her love for research and learning would lead her down a very unlikely path.
Yeah, Shakira's hiding.
One that would bring both her and her patients joy and curiosity.
Look at her. She's under there. Can you see her?
3 years ago, Christy took a tour at Crown Ridge Tiger Sanctuary in St. Genevieve. The only accredited tiger sanctuary in Missouri, it's currently home to 3 cats, Shakira, Sebastian, and Thor. Sebastian making his way to Missouri in 2021 after being rescued from the infamous Tiger King Park in Oklahoma.
Hi, Seb. There's a good chance that Sebastian may not have seen grass before until he was rescued.
Once a visitor,
pretty girl,
Christy is now a volunteer. Here, the tigers receive lifelong care and plenty of snacks. They live life on their terms, only touched by humans during their medical exams, which take place once a year.
We'll check their teeth, their claws, their eyes, their limbs, things like that. Again, we'll kind of palpate everything for, bumps or lumps or things like that.
But for cats in captivity, those exams
big tiger
can be telling, sometimes revealing disease or illness, often in advanced stages. That includes breast cancer.
A lot of the research is also based on domestic cats and even humans. There are a lot of similarities.
The most common cancer in tigers is mammary carcinoma. More than 90% of mammary tumors in tigers are malignant, rapidly spreading to adjacent glands and lymph nodes. Research shows feline mammary tumors share significant similarities with human breast cancer, the 2 most common risk factors being age and gender. The disease claimed the life of Raja, one of the sanctuary's first rescues. She was 22 years old. And Thor's mom.
Once she passed, we actually donated her, essentially her reproductive tract to it's like a reproductive conservation surveillance program.
Thor, Raja's daughter, turns 23 this month, outliving her mom, dad, and sister, and remaining cancer-free.
If the cat has had cubs and nursed, they're more likely to develop mammary cancer, whereas Thor never has, neither has Shakira, so they're less likely to get it.
Big cat research is slow to develop, but Christy says education, awareness, and advocacy go a long way to bridging the gap.
What do you think, Seb?
That effort found scattered across her waiting room, offering an escape into the wild, if only for a few minutes.
They're like, oh my gosh, look at that tiger on that magazine, and they pick it up, and even if it's just for 10 minutes, they've forgotten about why they're here. Pretty girl.
In a major win for tigers, in 2022, Congress passed the Big Cat Public Safety Act. It bans private breeding and possession of cats. It also outlaws direct contact with cubs to curb the growing popularity of the lucrative cub petting industry among roadside zoos and circuses. Now, that legislation was introduced every year since 2012, and its passage in 2022, something many advocates say was due to the exposure from the Netflix documentary Tiger King. Caroline Hecker, First Alert 4.